Hello lovely humans, welcome. Today we'll be enjoying balance. So playing with balance in maybe the most obvious sense, balancing on one leg, but also playing with balance side to side, right to left and diagonally, right arm to left leg, left arm to right leg. And noticing as we play whether we can maintain a balanced, even awareness throughout the whole body. Perhaps also being aware of when we lose our physical balance, whether we lose the equipoise of the mind or the balance of the breath between the inhalations and the exhalations. So you won't need any props. I'll see you on the mat. Okay, lovely ones, let's begin on hands and knees, all fours today. Take a moment just to place the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips, sensing into balance left to right. Anchor through the shins and the feet. Even if the toes are tucked, there's an anchoring through the feet. And then when you're ready, let's stretch the right leg back and lift it up and raise and reach the left arm. And release left hand, right knee. Slide the hips back towards the heels, child's pose. Rise to all fours and second side. Raise and reach the left leg and right arm. And exhale, left knee, right hand to mat, hips to heels. So we play with the balance diagonally. Inhale, all fours, right leg, left arm. Exhale, lower and shift back. Inhale, rise, left leg, right arm. Exhale, lower and shift back. Let's do one more to each side. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, lower and return to child's pose. Last one, inhale, all fours, left leg, right arm. Exhale, lower and shift the hips back. Next inhale, rise to all fours. Exhale, curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment in down dog to feel balanced, left to right, front to back, even attention and awareness through the whole body. And keeping that, raise the right leg behind you, three-legged dog, and we'll keep the hip points facing down. And notice if the weight shifts a little more to the left hand and even the weight through both hands. And exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. Lower the left knee and reach the arms up overhead. Take a moment to press the front foot down and the back foot down. And if you're feeling pretty steady here today, then you might lift the front heel, come up onto the ball of the front foot and lift the gaze between the hands. Next exhalation, lower the front heel, bring the hands to the mat, lift the back knee, step to plank pose, take an inhale. And exhale, lower the knees and all the way to the mat. Let's play with the diagonal again. So raise the right leg, reach the right toes long away from you, and raise and reach the left arm when you're ready. Then release and switch sides. Start with the left leg, raise and reach the left leg, raise and reach the right arm, and release. Press to all fours, tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Raise the right leg again. This time, raise the right leg as high as you reasonably can today. And notice
Again, if the weight shifts a little more into the left hand, can we balance the attention and the weight evenly through both hands and both arms? And then as we exhale, rock forward to plank pose and hover the right leg off the mat, one-legged plank. Back of the pelvis is level. Lower the left knee to the mat. Keep the right leg lifted and raise and reach the right arm. Take an in-breath. And as you exhale, lower the left hand, right knee. Shift the hips back towards the heels. Maybe you turn the palms upwards here and settle into child's pose for a breath or two. Notice if the breath has become a little jagged or unbalanced, and gently smoothing the breath out, balancing the inhalations and the exhalations. Next inhale, rise to all fours. We'll curl the toes under, lift the hips, down dog. Raise the left leg behind you and keep the hip points facing down, left hip point facing down, and notice if the weight swings a little to the right here, and gently balance awareness, attention, and effort between both arms. And then we'll exhale, step the left foot forward and lower the right knee. Reach the arms up. Steady the gaze. And we tend to be more aware of what's happening in front of our face. So the awareness in our practice can be even, aware of the front leg and the front foot, but also aware of the back leg and the back foot anchoring. And when you're ready, lift the front heel and maybe play with lifting the gaze and just notice how that affects balance for you. Exhale, both hands to the mat, and let's step to plank. Take an in-breath and we'll slowly lower. This time we'll start with the left leg. So inhale, lift left leg, reach right arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift right leg, reach left arm. Exhale, lower. Press to all fours, inhale. Curl the toes, lift the hips, exhale. Lift the left leg again. This time we lift the left leg high so the left hip can roll up over the right hip. And notice again the weight. Maybe it's shifted a little more to the right hand, a little more to the outer edge of the right foot, and balancing the weight between the hands and evenly over the ball of the right foot. Rock forward, one-legged plank, just hovering that left foot off the floor. And when you're ready, right knee to the mat, raise and reach the right arm. So we've got that diagonal once again. Take an in-breath. And exhale, right hand, left knee. And let's slide the hips back once again to child's pose. An easy breath here. Inhale, rise to all fours. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, back to down dog. Balanced awareness, hands to feet, fingertips to toe tips, and gently grip the mat with the fingers and the toes. Using the hands, the fingers, and the toes to help with the balance, to help to anchor us. We'll walk our feet forward to the hands at the top of the mat and inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Rise to stand, sweep your arms overhead, breathe in. Exhale, draw the hands together through center to the heart. Couple of half salutations, just focusing on balancing the inhalation with the exhalation, so a steady, even cadence of breath. Here we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. And exhale, return hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to Anjali Mudra. Let's keep going. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway, inhale. And this time, exhale, hands down. Step the right foot back. We'll come into a crescent lunge now with the back knee lifted away from the mat. Awareness traveling evenly in a balanced manner, right? Through both legs, front and back. Anchoring through both feet. We'll bring the hands to prayer in front of the heart. And bring the attention to the outer hips. This area really helps to stabilize us in standing balances. So feel the outer hips as though they're hugging or squeezing in toward one another. And we're really going to slow down the transitions today in and out of the balance. So even if you're really comfortable moving in and out of standing balances, slowing it down can make it more challenging because it requires more strength, but it can be really helpful to enable that continuous maintenance of balance. So as the outer hips hug in, lean the torso forward over the front leg. And rather than launching ourselves into warrior three, we'll keep our front knee bent, continue to lean the torso forward, and step our back foot in. Keeping our front knee bent, lean the torso forward, the weight pours into the front foot. Keep the front knee bent, raise the right leg. So it's like a baby warrior three with the front knee bent. And for many of us, when the supporting leg knee's bent, the balance can be a little easier. So when you're ready, you might play with straightening the front leg. And maybe rebending. Notice the difference. And then to come out, take your time. Lean the torso forward. Reach the right leg, the lifted leg back. And step lightly back. Crescent lunge. Take an in-breath. Reach the arms. Lift the gaze if you like. And exhale, hands down. Step the back foot forward. Halfway lift, inhale, so we'll just get the breath back now. Fold forward, exhale. Rise to stand, reach the arms up. And exhale, return to Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. You guessed it. Exhale, this time the left foot steps back. Crescent lunge, reach the arms. Aware of front leg, front foot, back foot. But also the back of the torso, the back of the skull lengthening back and up as we reach the arms. Steady the breath. Noticing the mind or the waves or the fluctuations of the mind in the practice today. And then hands to heart center. When you're ready, we'll play again. And because we now know where we're going, there could be a tendency to just want to get there, to go straight into it. So noticing that and then maybe balancing that out with slowing it down today. So we lean forward. And I know that for me, slowing it down is much more challenging. My legs get tired, right? So as we lean forward, the weight pours down through the leg into the foot. We'll keep our front knee bent and step our back leg in. So this might not look very pretty. It might not be something that you put on social media or whatever, but the integrity's there. Front knee stays bent, hands to heart center, shift the torso forward, and when you're ready, lift the back leg. The right toes, the toes of the foot that's on the floor, are gently pressing down, gripping the mat. And then maybe you start to straighten the right leg. Is the balance more challenging for you with the leg straight? Then you might rebend it again. Does that feel more effortful to have the knees bent in the muscles of the thigh? And when you're ready to come out, instead of just dropping back into the back foot, we lean the torso forward to counter the weight of the back leg. Reach the back leg back, step back. Crescent lunge. Reach the arms overhead, take an in-breath. And exhale, hands down, step forward again. Even breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise to stand, reach up through the arms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's keep going. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Step to plank pose. So this can be done with the left knee on the mat, or you might keep the left knee lifted now. Anchor through both hands. Raise the right leg just a little off the mat. You might keep both hands on the mat, or you might play with picking up the left hand and reaching the left arm forward. So slightly more challenging with the left knee lifted away from the floor. And then left hand down, right foot down. Lift the hips up and back for a moment. Steady the breath. If it's become a little jagged or uneven, noticing that. And with a light touch, smoothing the breath out again. Balanced inhales and exhales. And one more time, rock forward, plank pose. This time, hovering the left foot off the floor. If we lift the left leg high, we can start to lose the balance through the spine, overarching in the lower back or lifting the hips. So we'll keep the left leg just hovering. When you're ready, pick up the right arm, reach the right fingertips. Right, so this is very similar with the right knee down on the mat. So you might be choosing right knee down instead of right knee lifted. Wow. Right hand to mat, left foot to mat. Take an in-breath. Let's lower this time. Exhale. Lower all the way to the belly. And then one more time. Right leg lifts. Left arm reaches. And release. Left leg lifts. Right arm reaches. And release. Inhale to all fours. Exhale, breathe, child's pose. One delicious breath here. Then we'll gently sit up. Shift our hips off to one side. Let's come and lay down on our backs. Right ankle to top of left thigh. We'll reach through and take a hold of the left shin or the back of the left thigh. Just release the outer hips, which we will have been using to stabilize us in that standing warrior 3 today. And then let's release and switch sides. And let's let that one go too, and hug the knees into the chest, Apanasana. And as you stay aware of the body and the sensations in the body, and aware of the breath, you might also just observe thoughts coming and going, a general mood or a general tone for you today or in this moment. Knowing that balance is actually not really a still thing. It's like we're always dancing around some kind of equilibrium. That balance is not rigid. We'll let the feet go and stretch the legs away from us. And rest the arms on the body or alongside the body. Balancing the movement practice with stillness. With rest and with an opportunity to integrate the practice. Balancing doing with non-doing. Effort with releasing effort. And this is where I'll leave you today. Thank you for sharing your practice. Peace, peace, peace.